everyone. My name is Devasmita Laha and I today talking about Menstrual Hygiene Day, as 28th May is globally marked as Menstrual Awareness Day. So talking about menstruation in many parts of the world is known with different name, but globally it is known, or commonly it is known as menstruation, or it is known as periods. Like talking about my experience, that I don't know that it has a name of menstruation or periods until and unless my friend introduced it, because in my culture it is known with a different name. In your culture it can be known with a different name, right? So firstly, before starting, I would like to give a round of applause to the Gen Z, as I am also from Gen Z, because for the Gen Z, menstruation was a taboo topic earlier, but right now people openly talk about it, if I don't lie, right? People openly talk about it, and also men's, or I have seen the men's participation too. So round of applause to the Gen Z, because I believe that this cool generation who tag themselves cool, they did something great. I understand that millennial also has this role, okay, but I believe it's somehow Gen Z's also participations are more than millennials. So yeah, a round of applause to Gen Z. Great job. And we have to break many more stigmas in our society, like we break the stigma of menstruation period. So the saddest fact of the stigma is that a girl is unaware about her menarche. Menarche is the first menstrual cycle of a girl period, and menopause is the last menstrual cycle of a girl's life, right? So the saddest part is that she's unknown about her menarche. This is really satisfying. The reason behind, family don't introduce her it before, and what it result to a lose of confidence in her. She the menstrual blood or stain is shown as, oh my god, what is this? Some people act like this, you have to completely hide this, no stain should be visible. I understand, never stain should be entertained, but why we should give so much importance to menstrual stain, right? So we need to keep note these areas too, and work in these areas too, to make our society a safe space for every woman and every girl child, because menstruation happens like a girl in near 11 or 12 year age. Talking about my time, my periods happened when I was in class 6th. I remember it was 16th November 2006, 14th November 2016. It was a Children's Day in India, and every year on 14th November I treat myself either with ice cream, either with chocolates, either with pizza, either with burger, anything. I treat myself with best fast food or tasty food, because I believe menstruation is a sign of femininity, and we all should embrace it instead of making it a taboo or stigma, right? And I have a very positive thinking regarding menstruation. The reason behind this, every girl should feel proud because she bleed. The reason behind this shows that you can able to produce a world from you, and you should be proud of it, right? Now next thing I would like to say, that menstruation make us privileged too, because I remember, it's a personal story from my school time. When I was in class 7th, I remember it was the last period, and my science teacher was not allowing anyone to go out of the class, because it can create big problem while making student out of the school, right, as it was the last period. And I want to go to the washroom because I know I had periods. I was telling her I want to go to washroom, and with me other two boys are also want to go to washroom, they also have emergency, right? Then my teacher said no one will go out, everyone should be in class, go to home. And then, because it is a rule of our school that no student should be allowed to go out of the class at the last period. But then I said, no ma'am, it's emergency. And then I told her, then she allowed me, and those two boys were like, why should they, why ma'am gave her the permission, why? So I feel privileged that time, and even also in past also I had the princess treatment during my menstruation. I have seen that when I was in like event, there was a less number of seats, like I can say there are limited number of seats, and I said, then I am in menstruation, please give me a seat, I have no pain. And at that time I was literally having a pain, and then they offered me a seat. And I think, yes, we are being privileged, and I think it's necessary also, because during menstruation, some have cramps, dying cramps. Even talking about my time, during my high school I used to skip my sleep because of the dying cramps, back pain, abdominal pain, also vomiting, like feeling. There are a lot of things come up. So this period is a mixture of everything, and we had the best and the most mood swing. Agree, girls, right? So let me know about your most memorable mood swings. Okay, so I don't think I have some memorable mood swing. If I do have, then I would already mention it. I can't able to remember any of my memorable mood swings. Also, here I would like to highlight on ovulation period. So every lady should focus this thing properly. What is ovulation period? We know about our menstrual period, right? So menstrual period is something which happen for 5 to 6, and sometime it lasts to 7 to 8 days, right? But ovulation period is a time that happen to 10 to 15 days also, right? Ovulation period is a time when our eggs are fully mature. Yes, you heard it right. Ovulation period is a time when our eggs are fully mature. And any married lady listening to this is a sign you get it what I mean to say, that ovulation period is a time when our egg is fully mature, and if that time is your egg is in contact with the sperm, it has a maximum chance that you can be the mom, right? And also, how to understand what is my ovulation period? It's very simple. You can go to the internet. Okay, they will ask you about your periods date, okay, last time when you had your period, and number of days, and how usually your date change. You have to answer this simple question, and then they will provide you the ovulation chart. And yes, those ovulation charts are really true. You can note it, okay? And then I hope you understand what I mean to say. Now, next thing I would like to highlight is that yes, it's very, very, very important thing that I know we are literally very, very, very much into our health. Okay, we give importance to health, and sometimes this importance are we the way we give it is not the right way. I would like to highlight this. The reason behind, if you go to the internet and search is pad is the best thing, is menstrual cup is the best thing, or tampon is the best thing, you will get many videos, many research papers, many articles, many Instagram posts regarding this, and it will make you confused at the end of the day, right? So the best thing which is best for you is go to the gyno, okay, take an appointment, take your body test, okay, talk about your body, about your menstruation, the period time, okay, the heavy flow, medium flow, how much flow, number of days of flow, okay, so number of pads you use in a day, or number of tampons you used in a day. Talk about it and then use it, because what suits in my body, it has a probability that it cannot suit in your body, right? So instead of taking yarn from the internet, it's better to go to the gyno and take an appointment and then understand what suits you the best.